Hello, Boyos.
Hello, Boyos.
This is the Loner Gamecast, where we discuss all things video games. My name is Nick. That is Jake. This week, we're going to be talking about the Game Awards nominees. We're going to be going through the list, telling you what we discussed, what we decided for ourselves, and what you should also decide for yourselves.
Because we're always correct.
We are always correct, and we know who's going to win. Then we got Capcom. A lot of games from Capcom have leaked. And Dirty Fucking Scalpers, we're talking about them because, fuck them. And Thanksgiving, it's coming around. It's Thursday, like 2 days from now. What the fuck? It came up so quick. I feel like November just went by real fucking quick. I gotta say.
It did. And no Cyberpunk to show for it either.
That's right. It probably would have gone quicker if that was the case, but
true.
This is the world we live in, the most bizarre timeline, the shittiest timeline. And with that, Jake, what have you been playing, my boy?
I've been playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've started it last week. I've been wanting to play it forever. Best Buy had a sale. It was like half off, so I decided to pick it up. I'm enjoying my time, about 7 hours in. I've never played a Fire Emblem game before, so this is kind of a new experience for me. But yeah, I'd say that it's Persona-esque as far as just like the story, and you're in a school, but unlike Persona, you're not a student in the school, you're the professor in the school. And you pick like one of three houses, you build your team, you fight bandits.
Do you fight the other houses? Is there like a school competition or something? Like
I don't know. So like
cup or something like that,
So like the idea of the three houses is like there's different regions on this island, and each one is like a different country, and that's why there's three different houses. I imagine the game is building to some sort of war between these three factions. Of course, I picked the red faction because red is cool, man. Red is cool.
Red faction. Guerrilla warfare, red faction, yeah.
The menus are a bit cumbersome. They're a bit obtuse. There's a lot going on, but I'm enjoying my time. It's a very good Switch game because it's a great game where you can just like do a battle and then like shut it off for a bit, turn it back on, do a lot of reading, shut it off, come back, turn it back on, do another battle or whatever. It's a good time. It's why I want Persona to be on the Switch so bad, because it'd be great to just be like, okay, I'm in the dungeon, turn it off, turn it back on, back in the dungeon, we're out, we're in school. You get the idea.
I get the idea. It's pretty much the same thing, the same sort of sequencing on Switch for Persona and Fire Emblem.
Yeah. The gameplay is certainly a lot different. The gameplay in Fire Emblem is like a grid-based sort of strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's sort of like XCOM, sort of.
Now, are you playing with permadeath so that your students will die or whatever?
I feel like I made a horrible mistake by choosing that, because I've done a battle where I got through the battle and I get to the end and like 3 of my students are dead, and I'm like, fuck. So I just turn it off and restart at the last save,
No.
I feel like I made a horrible mistake doing that. But, it is what it is. So I'm already 7 hours in. I don't want to restart.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good time. It's definitely a good time. It's fun.
I've been looking at it. It seems interesting. I played the Fire Emblem on the DS back in the day, the last one before this one. I forget what it's called. It was all right. I couldn't get through it. Couldn't even get to like the second half because it's just so long. I feel like that game just goes on forever. And you're
I'm kind of into that though. Besides that, I've been playing, Tetris Effect Connected. It's good times. I've been streaming it a bit. I love it so much, dude. I love Tetris, and Tetris Effect is like the best thing to happen to Tetris since it came out, in my opinion.
It's really good.
Puyo Puyo Tetris is awesome too, but this is some just like good quality Tetris, bro.
I know. I'm right there with you.
What about you? What about you, Nick?
I've been playing jack shit.
What's
Fucking
that game? What is that?
It's about nothing, and sadness. It's about
Like
nothing.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, or Frasier. It's a show about nothing.
I thought
'Cause
that
what
was
is Frasier?
That was Seinfeld.
Well, yeah, it is. Seinfeld is about nothing, but also Frasier, but also Friends, but also
No,
because
Friends is about friends.
yeah, but why? But okay, so is Seinfeld though.
Yeah, I mean, you could hardly call them friends. They all hate each other.
Well,
They're
that's
more
not true.
acquaintances, and you hate them. They're all bad. The show ends with them all getting arrested because you hate them so much. Great show.
It's all right.
Frasier is like bad Seinfeld. You're right.
Yeah,
It's like bad Seinfeld.
but it's got that intro music. Do.
It's come and knock on my door. I'll be waiting for you.
Cheers.
Oh shit. Well, Frasier came from Cheers, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
But my joke was the Toy Story. You've got
man. What's your favorite sitcom, Nick? It's a tough one, I know.
I got one. Fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I guess that's a sitcom. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Would
Yeah.
you consider Futurama a sitcom?
No.
No,
I mean,
but
unless I
Simpsons
feel like
is a
that would be
sitcom
an
though.
animated sitcom. I feel like that's in a whole other situation. You got like American Dad, Family Guy, Simpsons, Futurama. That's all animated sitcoms. Bob's Burgers.
King of the Hill though is the best one.
It wasn't, but now that I'm older, yeah, absolutely.
It was then. You were just a dumb child.
Well, I was a child and everything went over my head and I didn't understand that like Bobby he was autistic or
What? He's not.
oh, he's totally on the spectrum somewhere.
No, that kid's just very outgoing, and he's just an awkward 12-year-old dude. That's how I perceive it. Kid's just
Really?
a weird, awkward 12-year-old with a very conservative father. We could go into a deep discussion about King of the Hill, but we probably shouldn't.
We could, but I'd have to rewatch it, because I haven't seen a whole lot of episodes.
I've been watching King of the Hill a lot lately. It's a good one to watch while you're going to bed.
Yeah.
Should we talk about last week's question, even though we got no comments?
We got no comments. I skipped right over it because we got no comments.
But I think it's a good segue into something that important that happened in your life.
Yeah, I guess that's true. At least, hopefully, happening. Last week's question was, when can I buy a PlayStation 5 without stressing? We got no comments. Everybody's stressing out about it. I'm stressing out about it. Jake's stressing out about it.
True.
And last week, some things went up, and I was one of the lucky ones who got like a PlayStation 5 bundle, and I wasn't gonna wait anymore, so I got like a really fucking expensive bundle, and I'm gonna sell everything. Thank you. It is in the mail. I have a couple of videos that I'm gonna do when it gets here. Supposed to be here by Friday, so
I don't want this show to be too violent, but I want to hurt you badly because you got one, and I didn't.
Hold up. I understand, but also, you were in Sedona last week.
I was.
So, with no service.
It's true.
So don't at me, bro.
I still want one. That
Unless
doesn't.
it's a plug. No, I get it.
Just because I was out of town doesn't mean I don't want a fucking PS5.
You'll fucking get it.
I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna take that fucking money and just grow it a little and build a nice PC. Because fuck this bullshit.
I hear you. I really do. I do. But
yeah. When do you think people will be able to buy a PS5 without like worrying about it, without stressing?
Without stressing, like you just go in and
you just pop into Walmart.
The way I worded this was like you pop into Walmart and then they have them in stock. Like you don't even. I'm gonna say late February.
You think?
Yeah.
I was thinking March as well. I also kind of think it depends on the Rona a bit. I feel like it does kind of depend on that. Like where are we gonna be? I mean, hopefully by March we have something going on. Maybe the numbers will be down a bit in March. Who fucking knows? So I do think it depends on that a bit, but I think you're right. I think we'll stop seeing as much scalping at least in March.
Well, I think you'll be able to walk into a store and ask somebody, "Hey, do you have the PlayStation 5?" And 8 times out of 10 they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we do."
Yeah. But like even earlier on in the lockdown, it was kind of hard to find PS4s. Xboxes were easy to find, but even PS4s and Switches were a big one. Where like we couldn't even find those. So I do think it really depends on the Rona a bit, and I do think that is why we're seeing such a shortage of PS5s to begin with. But
yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. Yeah, that's the intro, everybody. Let's move on to the meat of the show. In events, we're gonna go over the Night City Wire real quick because it's just gonna be something real quick.
Yeah.
Watch Night City Wire episode 5. It came out on Thursday. They showed off. If you're interested in watching it, I don't think you need to watch it, this one, but they kind of did a deep dive into Keanu Reeves mocapping and voiceovering Johnny Silverhand. They did a deep dive into how they recorded the score and like interviews with Run the Jewels and who's the other one, the Elon Musk's gal pal, Grimes. They like talked to her, and then they showed off like a trailer of just the game, and there's kind of a big spoiler in there. I feel like you could, if you watched all the trailers previously, you could get to this conclusion to the main story plot, but they just kind of go, "Hey, this is what the story's about, and here's how it starts out," and you're like, "Oh, okay," and there's no warning. So if you're trying to go in completely clean, do not watch this trailer because
you know what's weird about this? Do you think they were planning on continuing these Night City Wires post release if it hit that initial release?
I don't think so.
It's just kind of weird that they're still releasing them even though the game was already supposed to be released.
Well, the thing about this one is it just kind of goes over the shit we already knew. It just kind of gives.
I like the idea of, because I didn't watch it, but I like the idea of seeing like some of the behind the scenes stuff. I love that shit with
for sure.
Keanu and
for sure. They also said something about like a rewards program. So if you played like The Witcher or Gwent or something else that they've put out, you get like in-game rewards.
Ooh.
So like, yeah, you can get like a jacket that's got the wolf logo on the back, or a shirt that's got something on it related to Gwent, and then vice versa. So if you play Gwent and you play Cyberpunk 2077, you can get like card backs for your Gwent deck that look like Cyberpunk cards, I guess. Looks kind of cool, and they said more information on that later. So I really dig the post-launch, we'll say post-launch support, I guess, because I feel like maybe this one was supposed to be post-launch, and they're like, just release it now,
Yeah. I was wondering because we've seen that before, where post-launch you'll still see them doing stuff.
And CG Projekt is very known for doing that kind of shit, supporting their game after it comes out.
Yeah, I'll never forget that that Last of Us 1 documentary. I love that documentary because you get like a nice like insight into how they made the game and some of the issues that they. I hope they do some of that stuff with this game, because it seems like it had such a rocky development, and I'd love to see some behind the scenes stuff of like what they've been dealing with and like how they made it work, and I'd love that.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, they had one for The Witcher, and I remember they had a bug where every time they would place a certain item, it wouldn't pop. It would like pop in and then disappear. And like, what is happening to this item? I can't find it. It was like a barrel or something. And somebody was like going through the map and found just this stack of like 500 barrels just in the middle of the map, because every time somebody tried to place that specific barrel, it would just fall into this location on the map. So it would just continuously grow into a pile. And I was like, wow, that's some pretty cool background sort of info that you really don't get an insight of that kind of shit. And I thought that was kind of funny. But
nice.
Yeah. That would be cool if they did that, is all I'm saying for Cyberpunk. Anyway, let's move on to the Game Awards. They last week they did the nominees, and they're up. And if you go to thegameawards.com/nominees, you yourself can vote for all of these nominees. And all of these
how does the voting work? Because I know they have a conglomerate.
Well, the way the conglomerate works is those are the people who pick these one.
Oh, the nominees.
4 or 5, yeah. They pick the 5 or 6 games, esports teams, whatever, and then from those, everybody else picks them.
Okay, so that's how the nominees are selected, because like GameRanks, GameSpot, IGN, Kinda Funny, What's Good Games, Vice, all these people are like on the board. So yeah, I was wondering how that worked.
I'm sure they get a vote as well. I'm sure they have some sway into the vote itself. But I think that's how they get all of these nominees and who the nominees are. Otherwise, it'd be like favorite guy, and it's like everybody on the planet, and you can't have like Jeff Keighley standing up there for an hour and a half naming off nominees. Could it be this team or this team? Like that's.
Well, yeah, I get that. You have to have nominees. I just didn't know how like the voting actually worked.
Yeah.
Cool.
So let's go through this.
Sure.
Jake, who did you pick for best esports team? We've got Damwon Gaming for League of Legends, Dallas Empire for Call of Duty, G2 Esports for League of Legends, San Francisco Shock for Overwatch League, or Team Secret from Dota 2. Who's your favorite esports team, Jake?
I'm gonna make an educated guess here and say that the San Francisco Shock are gonna win because people love Overwatch. That's my guess.
My guess is gonna be the Dallas Empire because Call of Duty just came out, and
Call of Duty's always coming out.
I know. I don't know. I didn't vote for this one. I don't know who any of these people are. I don't watch any of these team-based esports games.
Yeah, no idea. No idea.
But yep. All right. Next category is best esports host. We got Alex Golden Boy Mendez, Alex Machine Richardson, FG. I think that's how you say her name. FG Scott. Oh my god, really? Deportier. That is a fucking name, lady. That is a name.
Probably Russian or French? I have no idea.
Norwegian. We got James Dash Patterson, and we got Joreen Sheaver van der Halgen. Also, that's fucking German.
Easden. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty upset that Chris Tang was not nominated. Chris Tang is the announcer for Classic Tetris. So that's pretty upsetting. I don't know who any of these people are, so I'm not going to pretend to.
No,
I don't even. I'm going to give it to Ife.
That's who I was going
Schultz.
Yeah.
Portier.
Yeah, because I'd love to hear Jeff Keighley try to announce that as true. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna vote for her, just in hopes.
I'm not signed in, so I'm not gonna vote yet, but I'll vote.
All right. Oh, wait. Next one, we got best esports game. We got Call of Duty. Oh god, I didn't want to vote for that. Call of Duty, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Fortnite, League of Legends, Valorant.
Valorant? Holy shit!
Yeah, which is Overwatch mixed with Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's weird. Where's Tetris, you know?
Dude, where's Overwatch? Where's Rainbow Six Siege? Where's a whole bunch of stuff? None of these games on here I enjoy watching at all.
Global Offensive is cool. I'll fuck with that. It's just such an old game.
Yeah, I don't. Valorant, I guess, just because I'm curious of how that game actually plays. And the
Yeah,
art
I know.
looks
That's
cool.
weird that that's in here, but Overwatch isn't.
Yeah, I have no opinion.
Me either. I'm gonna go Global Offensive, but I know that's not gonna win.
I'm gonna say Valorant because it's new and it's made by Riot.
Yeah, so it's Fortnite.
No, Fortnite's made by Epic.
All right, let's keep moving here.
All right. Best esports event. We got Blast Premier Spring 2020 European Finals. We got Call of Duty League Championship 2020. We got IEM Katowice 2020. We got League of Legends World Championship 2020. We got Overwatch League Grand Finals 2020. None of them are going to win.
Okay, where's CTWC, dude? Classic Tetris World Championships.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is going on here? I'll give it to Overwatch, I guess.
Okay. Best esports coach. We got Zanny Zonic Sorensen, Daehee Krusty Park, Fabian Grabs Lohman. I don't like that his name is Grabs and his last name's Lohman. Lee Zifa Jamin.
Grabs low, man.
Lucier. I'm gonna give it to Lee Zepha Jamin because he's Asian in some way.
Oh, it actually says what they do. It says CSGO.
Yeah.
Overwatch League. I'm gonna give it to Grabs Lowman.
Grabs Lowman. Cool. I'm giving it to.
What do you need a fucking coach for in esports?
Somebody he's your friend, and you're like, hey, I want money too. So you're like, yeah, okay, you're not good at the game. Just come on and be our coach. All right, best esports athlete. We got Ian Crimsix Porter for Call of Duty. Hio Showmaker Sue for League of Legends. We got Kim Canyon Jianbu, League of Legends. Anthony Shotzi Cuevas Castro, Call of Duty. Matthew Sywood Herbalt, CSGO.
Ziwu. I think it's Ziwu. Where the fuck is Jonas Neubauer, 7-time Tetris champion, dude?
He's not on this list. They didn't think Tetris was important.
What the fuck is going on here, okay? Where's the Tetris?
I'm going to give it to Showmaker for League of Legends. We got to keep going. We got to keep fucking going. This is going to take forever if we stick on this shit.
Here we go. It doesn't matter. Fucking, yeah, Shiwu.
All right. Best debut game. We got Carrion. We got Mortal Shell. We got Raji. We got Rookie. We got Phasmophobia. I didn't vote for this one because I didn't play all of these, and I kind of like to play all of them. But if I had to guess, I'd say Phasmophobia is going to win this, just because of all the hype that it's been getting on YouTubes and stuff.
Yeah, of the two games, I've played Carrion and Phasmophobia, but yeah, logistically, I think Phasmophobia is going to win just because this is fan voted. So I feel like people will just pick Phasmophobia because it was such a huge fad.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got Content Creator of the Year. We have Alana Pierce. We have J. Ann Lopez. We got Nick Merckx. We got Tim the Tatman and Valkyrie. Valkyrie. I don't know.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. I voted for Alana Pierce, but I also think Tim the Tatman could win because he's the guy who fucking sucks at the fuck is that game that came out? Fall Guys. He sucks at Fall Guys, and everybody was like right behind him, waiting.
Oh yeah, that guy.
And yeah, so
yeah. I think
he could win.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I think Alana will probably win this just because of all these names, she's the one I know, and I feel like a lot of people know who she is.
Yeah.
And when she announced her new job, she was like trending on Twitter and shit. I think she'll probably win.
Shit, yeah, she'll probably win, honestly.
Presented by Adobe.
Yeah, it sure is. Best multiplayer. Animal Crossing New Horizons, which, by the way, is a terrible multiplayer. Among Us.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, or Valorant. I personally voted for Among Us because, it fucking took the thing by storm. It didn't come out this year, which is very strange why it's on this list. But
that's a good point. But I guess it is like the best multiplayer of the year. So like, it was of this year. It was the best multiplayer game.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably Among Us or Fall Guys. I wouldn't be surprised if Animal Crossing won, just because people love Animal Crossing and they'll just click on it because they see Animal Crossing.
Right.
That's kind of the problem with like having a fan voted award show, huh?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's my thought. I think Among Us will win, if not Fall Guys.
For sure. Best esports / racing. We got Dirt 5, F1 2020, FIFA 2021, NBA 2K21, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Personally, I think Dirt 5 should win. I haven't played any of these games, so I did not vote.
I want Tony Hawk's Pro Skater to win, just because, and I do own it, but it's just such a faithful adaptation of the Tony Hawk games. It's such a return to form for the Tony Hawk games. It'd be great to see these Tony Hawk games win an award, just to be like, hey, see what happens when you make a good game, Activision? Like, people buy it, you win awards. I hope that wins, personally.
Yeah. I mean, it would be really good for them to be like, oh, maybe we should, make better games and listen to what people say, instead of just kind of listening to whatever our shareholders say, because they don't know anything about video games. Shareholders don't know shit about video games. Next up, we got Best Sim / Strategy. Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad. I voted for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I think, yeah, it does have strategy thrown in there, but like the simulation games, like, dude, you can't. It's the best simulation game made in fucking years.
Yeah.
So, I gotta get. Also, I didn't know there was like a new XCOM. That's weird.
Yeah, I think you have one squad, and that's it. I don't think they die or anything, so it's not like a true XCOM game, which is really weird. I didn't play it.
Budget XCOM.
Yeah, it seems like a cheaper XCOM. XCOM has lost me after XCOM 2, so I probably will never pick another one up unless something happens, and it's like Game of the Year. And it could be, but it's not this year. Next up, we got Best Family. For the best game appropriate for family play, introspective, or of genre or platform. Irrespective of genre or platform. We got Animal Crossing New Horizons, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Mario Kart Live, Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario Origami King.
Bro.
I'd vote for this one because I've only played 2 out of the 6. I feel like Fall Guys is a bad family game because you can only play one single player on it. Also, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, we were talking about.
Same with Crash Bandicoot. I mean, I think family game just means like, it's just appropriate for a family
for family play. I imagine when somebody says family, like you can.
It's like the best rated E game. That's how I take it.
Oh, okay, all right. Well then, yeah. Then I'm gonna give it to Fall Guys because
I think it's probably Fall Guys. Obviously, I've never played Mario Kart Live. I've watched a lot of Crash Bandicoot 4. I've played a little bit of Minecraft Dungeons. Never played Paper Mario though. I want to give it to Fall Guys, but also Animal Crossing was just fucking huge this year.
Animal Crossing. I think Animal Crossing is gonna win this one.
But what I was gonna say though, like, is just going through these lists. Like, these are just like the family games. Like, damn, what a year! You know what I mean? Like, shit. Like, that's a lot of high rollers right there, just in the family game category.
For sure. Here comes another category me and Jake don't know anything about. Best fighting games: Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, One Punch Man, a Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth EXE Late Control R. I'm gonna give it to Under Night in Birth because I really love those games. Very difficult, but I do not think it will win in the slightest. I think Mortal Kombat 11 will come out on top on this one.
People seem really into Street Fighter 5. Like, it feels like they've turned it around, I guess, because I guess when it came out it was kind of a bust, but I guess they've turned it around somehow. So I guess I'll give it to Street Fighter 5. But I don't know.
All right. Nearing the top, it seems. Best role-playing game: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. I kind of want to give it to Yakuza Like a Dragon because that game looks bonkers and awesome. I don't think it'll win because it just came out and a whole lot of people haven't been able to play it. And I think Genshin Impact just kind of took the world by storm, took the RPG area by storm, and people who really love it really fucking love that game. I couldn't get into it.
I'm gonna personally give it to Persona 5 Royale because of course I am. But I think Final Fantasy VII Remake is probably gonna take it. It was just such a huge game this year. Like,
it was, and it was highly rated too. Like, it was a very well received game, and it was fun until that one boss where he kills you in one hit. I would have beaten it if it hadn't been for that boss.
We gotta play it. Yeah,
it's really good.
Probably give it to that. Persona 5 Royale is just so fucking good, though.
For sure. Yeah. All right, best action adventure game: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Last of Us Part 2. I personally gave it to Miles Morales.
Look at Jedi Fallen Order getting in there. Look at you.
I know. I don't know how. I do not know how.
Well, I can explain it to you. It got in there. You don't know why because it came out last year, or you don't know how because it's bad?
Both.
So I can't explain to you why it got in there because it's bad, because it is bad. But the reason it got in this year and not last year is because it came out after the Game Awards. Or like after the voting of the Game Awards began.
Yeah,
so like Miles Morales just fucking barely snuck in there. Like Cyberpunk like didn't get on it this year, so you
think Cyberpunk next year is just going to be like that standard everybody's going to be held to for this year, because it's like if you want to win the Game Awards, you have to beat Cyberpunk somehow.
It's certainly going to sweep the Game Awards next year unless it's totally trash garbage. Personally, I'm going to give it to Ghost of Tsushima. Really? Cool. Yeah, it'd be cool if Ori and the Will of the Wisps won, though.
You like Ghost of Tsushima as an action-adventure game more so than The Last of Us?
Yeah. I think like as an action-adventure game, Ghost of Tsushima does a better job. But like The Last of Us Part 2 is like very story-driven.
Okay.
There are other awards that The Last of Us is going to win, and it's not this one.
Crazy? 3 of these are Sony exclusives.
That's true. That is very true.
And one of these is PlayStation or a Microsoft exclusive. I find that very strange that that's happened. Next up, best action. Just action. It does no adventure in this one. Just action. We got Doom Eternal. We got Hades. We got Half-Life Alyx. We got Neo 2. Streets of Rage 4. I personally voted for Hades, and I think it's going to win.
Yeah, Hades or Doom Eternal, you know. It would be cool if Half-Life Alyx got the nod that it deserves as being a sort of I'd say like we're gonna look back on Half-Life Alyx very fondly, just as like a very important game to VR, you know. So it'd be cool if it got a nod somewhere. But yeah, I think Hades or Doom Eternal. Neo 2 is well regarded as well, but yeah, Hades is just such this like cult classic, and of course when you think of action you think of Doom, so
Yeah, for sure.
Toss-up.
Yeah,
It's a toss-up
that's
between those two for me.
yeah, for sure. Then we have innovation and accessibility. Now, I'm not one who is
Ooh.
inaccessible.
I know exactly who's going to win this one, though.
Do you? Don't tell me because I'm going to go through this and then you can tell me. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legion. I voted for Last of Us Part 2 because it's the only one that I played, and also I hear you can play the game even if you are 100% blind.
Yeah. Last of Us Part 2, Last of Us Part they did everything in their power to make it so anyone can play that game. They made it so if you're colorblind, you can do it. They put on chirps, so if you have trouble seeing, you can play it still. Literally the definition of accessibility, Last of Us Part 2. Like if it doesn't win, these awards mean nothing, honestly, because like it's the
To be fair, do you know what the accessibility options in Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Grounded or Hyperdot are? Because I don't.
I know they're not as good as The Last of Us Part 2. I fucking know that. Because literally, The Last of Us Part 2, when it came out, people were talking about how good the accessibility options are. You didn't hear about that with any other fucking game. Maybe Hyperdot, because I don't even know what the fuck that game is. But, you know, Last of Us Part 2, like maybe Hyperdot, because I have no idea what it is. But
yeah.
It seems pretty fucking obvious which one's going to win. I feel like they put this category in literally to give the award to The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. They went, holy shit, games can be this accessible. Good job.
Yeah.
Good on you, Naughty Dog.
And
we'll put an award for you.
As someone who like works at a group home and like takes care of people who have some like disabilities and stuff, that's fucking great, dude. I feel like more games should strive to do that. Not that it's like a requirement that every game should do that. You know, like I don't think Dark Souls needs like an easy mode or whatever, but like more games should strive to be like that.
Yeah.
Really. It's just awesome.
Just more accessible to people.
Everyone should be able to play video games because they're awesome.
They are. Next up, we got Best VR/AR.
Oh, there we go.
Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Marvel, Iron Man, VR, Star Wars Squadrons, and Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. I didn't vote for this one. I don't own a VR anymore, and yeah.
Yeah, obviously I don't either, but like I'm assuming Half-Life Alyx will win this just because of how innovative I hear this game is and like how it like takes VR to the next level. I hear it's like one of the first games to actually be like a game in VR, you know, where like a lot of games in VR feel more like tech demos. This feels like a game, you know, from everything I've heard. So I'm assuming that will win.
Gotcha. Next up, Best Community Support, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant once again. I voted for Fall Guys because I follow their Twitter and they're always interacting with their community. Destiny 2 does not. Apex Legends does not. Fortnite does not. No Man's Sky, not quite sure. And Valorant, I haven't looked at that. So yeah, for community support, absolutely 100% Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout.
Yeah, I agree with you. No Man's Sky has been pretty good about it as well, though. Obviously, they weren't at first, but ever since they've had those like major updates, they've been pretty vocal about everything and very supportive in their community. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Fall Guys seems like the obvious.
I just don't understand why Destiny 2 and Apex Legends are on here. I follow both of these, and not once do I see like somebody actually interacting with the community. It's usually like, this seems to be like, oh yeah, we have,
but it's because
we have a new DLC, and
because if you read this description here, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
that last part I feel like is like why Destiny 2, Apex Legends, Fortnite, like that's why these games can be in here, because of the game updates and patches, because these games are constantly updating, constantly being patched. I remember when we used to play Destiny, like they would never outright say like, "Hey, we did this because of this," when they would like change the game. But it was always like, "Oh, they changed that because they heard us like complaining or whatever," you know. So,
Right.
that is a form of community support. So,
I guess so. Next up, best mobile game presented by LG Wing. For best, I'll start reading these. For the best game playable on mobile devices, we got Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra, and Pokemon Cafe Mix. I put in for Among Us because I think it's gonna win. It's just so fucking big, and it's on every platform.
yeah, I don't know a lot of people who play it on mobile, but yeah.
Yeah, I just think it'll win with the sheer number of people that play the game.
I don't even know what the fuck Pokemon Cafe Mix is.
I don't either. I'm kind of curious to see what it is. Because it looks cute. It looks fucking adorable.
It does from that little still.
Little picture that they have. Yeah, so I might look into it.
Is it fucking Diner Dash but Pokemon?
It might be.
I could kind of fuck with that.
I mean, I'll fucking let you know.
Yeah.
Once I look into it a little bit more. We got Best Indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. We got Carrion, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, Spiritfarer. I voted for Hades. This game is gorgeous and they kill it. Supergiant fucking kills it every time.
Yep. It's probably Hades. I hear Spiritfarer is pretty damn good though.
Yeah.
Never played it. But.
Not as good as Hades though.
Yeah, I would say Fall Guys, but like it says technical achievement, which I would not say Fall Guys is.
Not at all.
So.
I mean, it made some achievements. I don't know if they're technical achievements. Next one, best ongoing. See, this is where Apex Legends and Destiny 2 fits in. I feel awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content and that evolves the player experience over time. We got Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. I did not vote on this one because I don't play games that are games of a service and, start you back from zero every fucking 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm just not into that. What are your feelings on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really play any of these games either. I have played all of these games, but I don't play them currently. But I guess I'd give it to No Man's Sky just as such a success story it is, such a redemption story, I should say.
Yeah, it's for sure because it wasn't a success at the beginning, and then they're just like,
I guess
deep dive.
Destiny 2 just has like such a perfect model as well. Just the way they roll out their content. Very World of Warcraft, it reminds me of, very much just like when you're getting the thing. Yeah, I guess.
That's true. But
and
then
Apex Legends and Fortnite, like every time I don't know much about Warzone, but like Apex Legends and Fortnite, every time it's like there's a new season, it just feels like you're just starting your bar over. It doesn't feel like there's anything like huge that has changed. Sometimes they change the map, but like I don't know, it never feels like this huge like boost of content. It always just feels like you're
the same content just mixed around. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and like your experience bar goes from level 30 to 0, and that's basically it. For Destiny 2, they're constantly pumping out content.
And there's storylines and shit like that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Same with No Man's Sky. Like they're pumping out actual content for their game. Where I don't know, just changing up the map a little bit is.
I really hope a game that isn't a what do they call battle royale wins that.
Yeah, which would literally be Destiny 2 or No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Games for Impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. We got If Found ... Kentucky Route Zero TV edition, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Through the Darkest of Times. I don't know any of these fucking games. I didn't vote.
I haven't played any of them. I've heard good things about all of them. You know, these are your artsy fartsy games right here. Yeah, I haven't played any of them though. I would like to though.
Yeah,
These are,
I mean,
these are
honestly,
probably your 2-hour games. You know what I mean?
I'd probably play the one that wins, kind of thing. You know, just like what is the best one? I'll check it out. Because I did the same for Journey. When the Journey was in that same category, and I was like, well, you know, it won like everything, so I guess I'll check it out. You know?
Yeah. Same with What Remains of Edith Finch.
Yeah.
Good. I've heard really good things about Tell Me Why. So. And Spiritfarer.
All right. Next, best performance awarded to an individual for voice over acting, motion, and or performance capture. Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Laura Bailey as Abby, Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai, Logan Cunningham as Hades, and Najee Jeter as Miles Morales.
Peter, where are you getting the P from? That's a J, friend.
Peter Parker, you know. I saw the Spider-Man, and I'm like, Peter Parker. I voted for Ashley Johnson. She fucking killed it.
For me, it's a toss-up between Ashley Johnson and Laura Bailey. They both fucking did great in that game.
They did.
That you could have put anyone in that game in this category, and it'd be tough because the acting in that game is through the roof. But yeah, Ashley Johnson and Laura Bailey, fucking incredible. So it's probably going to go to Ashley Johnson, and she well deserves it.
She does, but so does Laura Bailey. You know,
yeah, I think when The Last of Us came out, it was Ashley Johnson versus Troy Baker, and it's like, what? I don't know. Fucking
how are we supposed to fucking
yeah? I guess Ashley Johnson, but fucking Joel was incredible too. I don't know. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks though because like any other year, you know, like Jin Sakai, like the game or not, like that's a pretty good performance.
Yeah.
Same with Hades. Like that's just like your typical fun performance. Like
yeah, he did a great job too. Like
I haven't played Miles Morales yet. I'm assuming it's pretty good.
He did a really good job too. Like he did a fantastic job. But you know, it's not an emotional game where you can really feel the emotions. It's not like a movie kind of game, so it's kind of hard to beat Last of Us in any way for that kind of stuff. Best audio design, recognized in the best in-game audio and sound design. We got Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghosts of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and Last of Us Part 2. I voted for Last of Us Part 2 just for the fucking background movements, noises, things that happen around in the world. It's by far the best in this list.
I'd vote for it just for when you break glass and it's like, thoom, like it's so good. Thoom, you know, it's so good.
Yeah, like it's
Doom 1 had great audio design. Doom Eternal was just like too campy. Like when you pull out an eyeball and it literally goes. It's just like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima was.
I feel like Doom Eternal has a great soundtrack, and like that's the next thing that we have is best score and music. But it doesn't. The sound design in Doom Eternal doesn't stand up to Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, same. Soundtrack is really good. Hades has a good soundtrack too.
Yeah.
So does Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Fuck.
I haven't played. But best score and music. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, or The Last of Us Part 2.
This is a hard category, and I'm going to give it to The Last of Us just because fucking Gustavo is the man.
So good. He's so good with environmental shit. He's so fucking good with classical feelings.
But Hades has a very good soundtrack, and like, you know, Supergiant is fucking known for their soundtracks, man. Darren Korb is a fucking legend.
He's so
and Ori and the Will of the Wisps just has like this beautiful soundtrack as well. Doom Eternal is, you know, whatever. It's more Doom. I feel like the Doom Eternal really just feels like not necessarily a downgrade from Doom, but like it's just the soundtrack's better in Doom 1 personally. But yeah, Last of Us Part 2. Nick is frozen. Fuck.
Best direction. I'll just move my head back and forth. Move my head back and forth. I move my head back and forth. I whip my head back and forth. I whip my head back and forth.
Oh God.
I whip my head back and forth. My head. Am I back?
Stop.
Am I back?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Next one is best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Last of Us Part 2. This was very hard for me. Very fucking hard for me.
Who'd you check? Who'd you check?
I checked Hades, but also Last of Us Part 2. Something about post-apocalyptic urban areas. Just that's my aesthetic, but Hades is just so colorful and beautiful.
But also Ghost of Tsushima was fucking gorgeous too. Dude, and so was Ori Will and the Wisps. Sorry, Final Fantasy VII, suck my dick. But these 4 games, damn. Yeah, I'd probably give it to Ori though. That game is just so pretty.
Really? All right. Next up. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game.
Come on. Come on. Dude, The Last of Us is gonna fucking sweep this entire fucking thing.
13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Last of Us Part 2.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not even worth talking about. Like,
nope. So we're going to move on. Best game direction. Final Fantasy VII, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life, Alyx, Last of Us Part 2.
Come on.
We're going to Game of the Year, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing, and The Last of Us Part 2. Here, I'm giving it to Hades.
Really? You think that'll pull it? I could see.
No. I don't think it'll win.
Oh, okay.
Personally, it was my game of the year this year.
Ooh, I see what you're saying.
It was more enjoyable than Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2, I just think went on a little too long. It had like 4 fucking acts in it. And Hades was just like the game that I needed at the time.
I think both Last of Us Part 2 is going to win this category, and I think of these games, it's the best game, personally. I didn't play Final Fantasy VII Remake, so I can't attest to that. But I've played everything else, and I think Last of Us Part 2 is just the best out of all of them. Hades is great, but I think The Last of Us is the best game. It'd be fucking cool if Hades won, though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It would be. It would definitely switch some shit up, for sure.
Animal Crossing could win.
I hope not. I really hope not.
It could win. I mean, I don't care. Who gives a shit?
I mean, yeah. But still. Hello?
Yeah, we're good. We're just getting a little framey, but that's all right. But yeah, Game of the Year I think is going to Last of Us Part 2, personally. Okay.
And that's it. That's all we got. That's the show. I'm just kidding. We still have news to go to. So let's get into the news. I want to leave that with a question. What do you think's going to win the Game of the Year? Not you, Jake, but just to the people. What do you think's going to win the Game of the Year? Let us know in the comments down below in the thing. Now on to news. Today, Monday, new World Ends With You game trailer was released, and it's got a release date of summer 2021 for the Switch and the PS4. Looks really cool. Looks very anime. Looks very Japanese. I dig it. I really dig it.
Nice.
You probably didn't watch it.
No.
Big news. I like it. Next piece of news: Capcom victim of a cyber attack says no indication of data being stolen by Joseph Noop at IGN, which is really funny because Capcom issued a statement on Thursday saying it was the victim of a cyber attack by a third party. The company confirmed that at this time, there's no reason to believe customer data was breached. However, we have a list of leaked Capcom games and their reported schedule, their purported schedule. Resident Evil Outbreak coming Q4 of 2021. Dragon's Dogma 2, Q2 of 2022. Street Fighter 6, Q3 of 2022. Rockman, a Mega Man in North America match. The fuck? Rockman match.
Yeah, Mega Man match.
Mega Man match in North America coming Q3 2022. Resident Evil 4 remake Q4 2022. Monster Hunter 6. Big one. Q2 2023. Biohazard Apocalypse Q3 2023. SSF 6. What the fuck is that? SSF 6. Do you know what that is?
I'm sure I do, but I don't know.
Okay, well that's coming Q4 of 2023. Final Fight remake Q2 2024. Power Stone remake Q3 2024. Ultra SF6, another SF6, Q4 2024. Resident Evil Hank, likely Hunk, Q4 2024. So some shit happened. They got leaked, and somebody's like, holy shit, here are all of the fucking plans for Capcom in the next 3 years. Here's the next 3 years of all of the games that they have an idea of working on. And granted, a lot of these games could be, scrapped, could be, could just be in.
We lost Nick again. Great. I just realized what SSF.
However, a lot of these are like, and I want to see talk to.
Oh my god! Okay, what a fucking, what a wild ride that was, dude. I figured out what SSF is. Super Street Fighter. I'm a fucking idiot. Super Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Yeah. Ultra Street Fighter 6. Yeah. We got it. We in it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool that I mean, not cool for Capcom, but cool for us that we get to see like what they fucking
found. How the fuck did that happen? I have no idea how their data got breached. Also, take all of this with a grain of salt because none of this is confirmed. This is just leaks and rumors, but seems pretty likely. There's a few things on here that seem kind of interesting to me. Dragon's Dogma 2, obviously pretty interesting. Street Fighter 6, that's pretty fucking interesting as well. And the fact that they have Street Fighter 6 and Ultra Street Fighter 6 already and planned out, that's kind of funny to me. And then of course Biohazard Apocalypse. But the one that stands out to me pretty heavy is Resident Evil 4 remake. That's pretty wild. Not expecting that.
Yeah, that is. I mean, sure. All of these seem correct, which get me to think that it's actually kind of like somebody actually hacked and got all of this information for their 3-year plan or whatever. And it gets a little hazy towards the end with Resident Evil Hank.
Likely Hunk.
Likely Hunk. But it's just kind of it gets hazy towards the end, and shit could move around. Shit could get canceled, but it's definitely something cool to look at. And I wish, looking at this, I wish more game studios did this. Just did like a 3-year plan where in the next 3 years we're just going to give you the games that we have possibly, and then you support the game that you want. We can put more money into something because looking at this, I'd be like, oh shit, Monster Hunter 6. Well, I want them to make that. I want them, and I would voice my opinion on social media, Twitter, whatever. Send them money or whatever, and then could be look at all the money that they're getting, show it to the shareholders, and be like, well, people really fucking want this, and we have the numbers right here, and it would make game industry more transparent as a whole, because everybody's so fucking quiet about everything, and that's just very strange to me. Like, why don't you want people to know that you're making Monster Hunter 6? Like, people know already, but why don't you want them to know that?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of disagree with you to a certain extent as far as releasing it like this. I mean, like release a calendar like the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe. But you know what happens when you release a fucking calendar for the Marvel Cinematic Universe is everything gets fucked up because of the coronavirus. And that's even more prevalent in video games. Something gets fucked up. There's some sort of fucking, game-breaking bug. The game is canceled. You don't want to announce a game that's not for 2022 when it's not actually going to come out until 2024, That's why I don't like this, because it also puts a ton of pressure on the developers who are making these games, because now it's like we have this definitive deadline. Right now it's just sort of a loose deadline for the company, but once you release that to the public, it's like, fuck, we gotta aim for that super hard.
Maybe not release like what they are. This is like, maybe it could be like, this is our 3 to 5 year plan. This is our 3 to 8 year plan. Within this time frame, most of these games should be out. Yeah,
I don't know. Things change though all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, and
hype is cool. I like hype.
I like hype too, but this just gets me more hype looking at this. Like Dragon's Dogma 2.
For a second, and then that hype is dead, because you're like, where the fuck is Resident Evil 4? They announced it 12 years ago.
They didn't. They didn't. No, they just said, we're working on it.
Right, but and then we're doing that. We're doing that with Metroid already right now, because they announced Metroid forever ago, and we're all like, well, I guess we'll just never get Metroid. Like it's because that's what happens when you announce a game too early, though.
But in the next one, if it's not on the list, then you're like, oh well, something terrible happened.
Yeah,
for me,
that's what happens when you announce a game too early, because then you're like, then that game gets canned or restarted, like Metroid. They announced that game way too fucking early, and now no one gives a shit,
Yeah.
When they could have just like not announced it at all.
See, what I feel like is like the hype is good, but you have to have the timing. I think timing is more important than hype.
Yeah, but this is horrible timing, just releasing everything all at once. It's a fucking bad idea.
But no, it's like, it's fine, because it's like, business. Okay, it gives you an idea of what they're working on. But then they release some game like at a terrible time, and it's like, well, I have this other game that is, I want to play more than this one.
I don't need to know, honestly. Like, I don't need to know. If they don't want to tell me, they don't need to tell me. Like, I didn't need to know Beyond Good and Evil was being made, because obviously that game is not even close to being fucking done. They shouldn't have announced it when they did.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is that game? Yeah. See, it's already slipped my mind. It's already like,
that's exactly my point.
For me, that game belongs on a list like this, where it's like, yeah, we're working on it. It's nowhere near done. Don't even think about it for the next 5 years, because
then it doesn't even do that. I don't know. I don't like that at all.
I like it. I like the transparency, but I've always liked transparency.
Yeah, but that's not. There should be transparency within your business, but there is a difference with, like, a customer, like a consumer / retailer relationship. It's a different relationship. It's not like some fucking indie game that's like, hey, we're working on this. Like, that's not what this is. These are games that take years and years and could take longer. Why announce Monster Hunter 6 for fiscal year 2023 when you don't even know it's going to hit that? Like, that game could get delayed for another 3 years if things really hit the fan, So why even announce it to the public and put your developers through that extra heartache of letting people down?
Yeah, but I guess that's true. But I still like it, because even if I'm let down, I'm like, well, at least it was thought about. At least they tried.
Yeah, but then you end up with a Duke Nukem Forever situation,
Not necessarily. Like, I think Duke Nukem would have not suffered from this. Like, if you had Duke Nukem on a list like this, and people are like, oh shit, they're working on Duke Nukem, and then 13 years later, they're like, we're still working on Duke Nukem. You're like, no, dude, this game is it's not going to be good. Like, I know it's not going to be good because it's traveled, and it's just 13 years.
But the problem with Duke Nukem Forever is that they announced it too early. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. That's why they shouldn't have these lists, because you're announcing games that aren't even close to done. And then you end up with Duke Nukem Forever. Instead, you could have Monster Hunter 6, and it's like, oh, that game didn't hit the fan. That game hit the fan. We're going to have to restart completely. Good thing we didn't fucking tell the public, because, people would just assume that it's fucking Duke Nukem Forever, and they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you bring up a good point. Yeah.
But yeah.
You won me over. Fuck you, all right? Fuck you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Yeah, I went to debate class. It's still fucking crazy that Capcom got cyber attacked. And to be fair, I think most of these games will hit their launch window, except for maybe this fucking Mega Man game. I don't know.
Close to the launch window. Give it a year or 3 in between.
Yeah, it just seems like like Resident Evil 4. Like, they've been pretty consistent with those remakes. I don't imagine it'll be any different. It's been a long fucking time since Street Fighter 5. I imagine they'll hit that. Street Fighter 6. The ones you have to wonder about, and like Resident Evil Outbreak, like we already know about that game.
Dragon's Dogma 2, like, is that going to be a good game? Like, how long have they been working on this? Like, yeah.
Yeah. But that's a game, 2022, like these are games that are about to be announced anyway.
Yeah.
It's when you get into like the 2023 area, like Monster Hunter 6, who fucking knows? Monster
Hunter 6 has to happen eventually. Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter everything has been doing so fucking great that there's no way that Monster Hunter 6 is not coming out in the near-ish future,
Yeah, but Biohazard Apocalypse, like...
I don't know. That's a good point.
Resident Evil Outbreak and then Apocalypse, like, just 2 years later, like, are they really gonna do that? I doubt it.
Yeah. So, I like looking at it. I really do.
I agree. Like, I also like looking at it, but I can understand why they would never want to do this.
So if like Sony, Naughty Dog, Insomniac just want to send me your 3-year plans, I'll look at them. I won't leak them. I promise. I just find it really fucking interesting.
Because I do agree. I like just so we're on the same page. Like, I do agree with you. I like looking at this list. I like looking at the Marvel list and shit. But I completely understand why they wouldn't want to do that, especially with video games. Like, you can maybe get away with it with movies a bit easier. But like video games, it's like things change. We see it with Cyberpunk. Like, things are changing on a week by week basis.
But what I'm saying, the way that I'm looking at it is more of like, oh, cool. Here's their plan. Like, plans don't always fall into place, but it's like, here's their plan. Here's what they want to do at this current, right? And you go, that would be really cool. And then 2 years later, you forget completely about it because they announced it 2 years ago, and they're like, okay, and then they show a trailer when it's ready, and you're like, holy shit, that's right. They were doing this kind of thing. Because, like, when you said Beyond Good and Evil, it was like, fuck, cool at the moment. And now it's like, yeah, that game's far away. I'm not even worried about it. If they release another trailer, I'm like, oh, it's close. It's close. That's kind of how I'm at, where I'm at. It's like, I know, like, the whole... Marvel's universe kind of stuff, it's like, yeah, the pandemic hit, all that shit's being pushed the fuck back, but I really like looking at it and going, ooh, they plan to make like a Nova movie, they plan to make a movie about the
but
Spider-Man.
Like in a case like this though, like where they announce everything like this, like we'll never ever have a and one more thing, at the end.
Yeah.
Which, is arguable that like that's maybe a better environment for gaming, but I personally really like that shit.
It's really tropey. It's very funny. You're always expecting and one more thing. It's if a
I
thing doesn't have.
personally like that hype shit though. Like I liked it when we're like, what is this game? What is it? This The Last of Us Part 2? No fucking way. Like, I like that shit, and I'd be pretty bummed if Naughty Dog was just like, yeah, we plan on making this space game in 4 years.
Doesn't have a name yet. Yeah.
Yeah, we plan on making, Last of Us Part 3 in these days. It takes the excitement out of it completely.
I guess.
But
yeah, it would especially if you like look into it. It's like that there is not that, and Keanu Reeves, like
yeah. Well, you could still do the Keanu Reeves thing.
Right, but it's the same sort of like, I didn't know that was happening, kind of thing.
But it'd be like listing it out and being like, we've got Cyberpunk 7 coming out and it's starring Robert Downey Jr. And just in list form, it'd take the excitement of Robert Downey Jr. If we just saw it in this list and we're like, oh, we know it exists.
That's true. Yeah, because you're right. I look at it and I'm like, oh shit, Monster Hunter 6. That's cool.
But it would have been, it would have been a lot cooler though if we were like, oh shit, Monster Hunter 6 is coming out, at E3 or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good argument for it. Good job. Once again, good job. Good job.
Oh, for sure.
Next story: PS5 Scalper Group has more online stock than most major retailers. This comes from Cody Gravel from Screen Rant.
Cody Gravel.
Cody Gravel. All right. His name's all in capital. A new report revealed that a PS5 scalper group based in the UK managed to acquire just under 3,500, that's 3,500 PlayStation 5 consoles with the intent of reselling them all for profit during the device's launch period, highlighting the huge issue current gen consoles are having with resellers. This is why you don't release your shit online. This is why. Fuck these people.
I mean, but they had no other choice.
They did. They fucking did. Yeah.
Dude, coronavirus numbers are through the fucking roof right now.
Kill the people.
You want lines and
Kill
shit?
all the people.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anybody who's dumb enough to fucking stand in a line and get coughed on.
That's what you're asking for.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'd stand in that line.
Oh
I'd take the risk. I'd take the risk. That's what I'm saying.
I probably would too, but that's the problem. And that's why Sony didn't do it. Because we would take that risk. And if they take that risk out, then, I don't know.
Then everybody's paying way more money and not getting their...
No. Here's the thing. Don't fucking buy from these people.
Yeah.
No one has to be paying more money. Half of the problem is these people buying it. The other half is people actually buying it from these secondhand stores. That's half the issue. So stop fucking buying from these people, dude. I don't understand. I want a PS5 really badly. I would never once think about fucking buying from a secondhand person like this. Because fuck them, dude.
Yep.
I'll wait. I'll wait. What is there? There's fucking Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I could play on my PS4. There's fucking Bug Snacks. There's fucking
Astro's Playroom,
and Sackboy Adventures. That's it.
It's yeah, okay. It's honestly, it's a much better lineup than the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's you know what? I'm not going to spend $1,500 so I can play these games.
Yeah.
No, just don't fucking do it.
Just play the games later. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck you, scalpers. Fuck you.
I do think the online selling could have been a lot better. I'm seeing captchas and stuff now, which is good. Why weren't those captchas there before?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like, what is this fucking? Are we in 2012 again? Like, I'm pretty sure we all know about captchas. Like,
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. First the pictures that have the.
It's annoying, but like shit.
It's like, yeah, a robot could do that, but also most of them don't, and it's just ridiculous to hear that at least. And there's more than just this one group based in UK.
Oh yeah.
There's probably multiple groups and individual people that have
10, 15.
Yeah, like at least 10,000 consoles that are being bought up just for resale. Like at least.
I would not be surprised if it was far more than that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just saying the lowest it could possibly be. Anyway, what to look forward to next week? You know what I don't fucking have on there? The reviews for this week. I will pull that up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll cover you. I got you. What to look forward to next week? We got Thanksgiving coming up. We're gonna eat some mashed potatoes and some green beanies and some turkeys.
I'm so fucking ready.
Hell
I'm
yeah!
So
dude.
ready to wrench my turkey, and mix it together with the mashed potatoes and drip the fucking gravy all around that,
all over my body.
And go, oh yeah, turkey gravy,
sausage. If you've never heard of King Ass Ripper, I strongly recommend it.
Please do not. Please not.
Yeah, and also next week we've got Nick. Hopefully, is going to make some PS5 videos.
Hopefully, yeah. As long as it doesn't get fucking stolen or lost in the mail or something.
And if it is stolen, still expect those PS5 videos coming from me.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? We got the reviews. There's not a whole lot of them. And if I go over some other ones that have already been covered, you let me know. We got Football Manager 2021. It's 86. Not bad. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla 84. Probably already said that. Observer System Redo.
You didn't say that actually.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yeah. 84.
What was it?
Cool.
84.
84. Good. Observer System Redo. 82. Demon's Souls 91. Astro's Playroom 84. Sackboy 81. Marvel Spider-Man 86.
Whoa. Hold on. What's interesting is last week Sackboy had a score
60, 70 something
of 78, and it's gone up to 81. That's pretty interesting.
So some more shit has come out recent, and it's gone up. So that's cool.
That's pretty fascinating. I'm happy to see that actually.
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales 86. NBA 2K21 Next Gen 83. Pikmin 3. We already went over that. That was last. And then upcoming. No, we already went over that. Nope. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That's the not the sing-along song one. Anyway, Hyrule Warriors, the new one, got an 81. That comes out in November sometime. Yeah. Sorry about this one. It wasn't in the document. My fucking mistake. It's all over the place. Anyway, thanks for watching the show. Jake, what is the question for the people?
So first question, what's the best Thanksgiving food, and why is it green bean casserole? You know what I mean?
That's your favorite. That's the best one for you.
I love green bean casserole. It literally, I only have it one time a year. I don't know why. I could make it all the time. I could, but I don't.
It's super easy to make. Like green beans, cream of mushroom. That's pretty much fucking it.
Yeah.
Onions.
Yeah. And then of course, we already asked the question a little earlier, but what do you guys think of these nominees? Do you guys have any hot takes on these nominees? Do you think things are gonna go differently than what we said? Let us know in the comments. Let us know. Also, when you think Cyberpunk is actually gonna come out? I don't fucking know.
And
one more question.
When is Factions?
Also wins factions, boys.
You know, the day that that the Game Awards is, they'll announce it and release it that day.
That's pretty
because
hype.
it's so stacked on fucking Last of Us shit. You know, Last of Us is gonna win so many fucking awards, and then they're gonna come out and go, yes, we just won Game of the Year, and we have one more announcement for you. Factions.
We should state as well, like the Game Awards are December 10th. So
Yes, they are. We got a couple of weeks.
I'm probably gonna live stream it.
Shit. Is that gonna be my fucking week? Boy, it's not. No, it is. It's totally gonna be my week. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No, it is. It is.
Yes,
It's
it is.
not. It's not.
No, it is
not.
because today, then
Well,
you're
it's your week,
my
but
God,
it's my week when I.
Okay, fuck me, right? Jesus. All right.
Well, you
Yep.
got the nominees, which is fun.
I guess I set you up. And there's hardly any fucking news this week, so whatever.
Whatever. Game Awards is big news.
No, it's fine. That's why we co-host this shit, so that you get all of the fucking good shit and I get all the bad shit, and you don't have to report on the bad shit. So, you know, shit happens. Shit happens. What's the best Thanksgiving food? And who's your game of the year? What is your game of the year from the nominees? Because I think we already asked.
Esports.
Nothing on esports. Don't tell me shit about esports. I don't want to know.
Your esports. Why is Tetris not there? You know.
Okay, that's a good question. Why is Tetris not on an esport?
Where's Tetris?
We got plugs. We got other Floner Gamecast shows such as the Jake and Corey podcast. Jake also put out a show called
just rom-coms. It's a work in progress. We don't have a name. It's just rom-coms.
Okay.
You know,
rom-com show, and it's pretty funny. And Jake did a lot of editing, put a lot of work into it.
I did,
and you know, check that shit out. It's on the fucking channel. Go do it. Be supportive. Eat your green beans.
Take your vitamins.
Follow.
Drink your milk.
Yeah. Everybody needs to drink the Kool-Aid before they leave. And follow us on Twitter. Jake is at emergencypizza_, and I am at fatal_microwave. Watch Jake as he twitches. Twitch, Jake. There you go. Perfect. And you can follow him twitching on twitch.tv/lonercast pretty much every week. And
some point.
He always,
I don't have a schedule, but
it's not scheduled. But you know, maybe the one day there will be when we have a following. And yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.